Getting caught up after missing the first week of college term can be stressful, but this is a challenge that can be overcome. This video is designed to help.
So you miss the first week of college. That feeling can be so stressful. You walk onto campus, and it feels like you're already miles behind everyone else. But look, don't panic. This is a totally solvable problem. And today, we're going to break down the exact playbook for getting you right back on track. And yeah, let's just call that feeling out right away. It's often described as trying to board a moving train. It's chaotic, it's fast, and you feel like you're about to miss your chance completely. But here's the thing. That's a feeling, not a fact, and we can absolutely change how you feel. Okay, so the very first thing we gotta do, it's all about mindset. We need to shift you from feeling like a passenger getting thrown around to being the one in the driver's seat. It is time to take back the wheel. That's the big question, isn't it? Right? How do you actually grab control when it feels like everything is just spiraling? Well, you might be surprised, but it doesn't start with just running around frantically. It starts with a really powerful shift in how you think. And this is the key to the whole thing. It's a concept from psychology called the internal locus of control. Now, I know that sounds a little academic, maybe a little textbooky, but the idea is actually super simple and honestly a total game changer. It's this deep down belief that you, not your circumstances, not what you missed, you have the power to influence what happens next. So what does that actually mean for you right now? It means you have to shift your story. You got to stop telling yourself the story of, oh, I missed out or I'm so far behind. That's a passive story, right? You're just a character things are happening to. The new story, the one that puts you back in the driver's seat, sounds like this. Yeah, I missed a start, but I and only I will decide how I finish. Okay, so how do we make that mindset feel real? Because it can't just be a thought. I want you to do this. It'll take you like 30 minutes tops. Go and print out every single syllabus for every single class. Get a highlighter, any color, and mark down every single deadline for the next 3 weeks. And just like that, boom, the chaos has a structure. You've literally just created a map for yourself, and you are holding the wheel again. All right, mindset locked in. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty strategy. This is your 3-part playbook for catching up effectively and, just as importantly, efficiently. Okay, part 1, and let's just be real for a second. It's gonna feel a little weird for a bit. You know, you might not get an inside joke in class, or you might hear a professor reference something from day 1. The absolute key here is to just normalize this feeling. Expect it. Feeling out of the loop isn't a sign you're failing. It's just a sign that you're in the middle of the catch-up process. That's it. And get this might actually be a huge relief to hear. That whole feeling of being confused, a little bit lost, it's not permanent. It actually has an expiration date. For most people, it lasts about 10 days. Seriously, that's it. When you know there's a finish line, the discomfort becomes totally manageable. It's just a temporary thing, not who you are for the rest of the semester. Okay, part 2 of our playbook is all about communication. So many students in this situation try to hide. They hope the professor just won't notice they were gone. Let me tell you, that is the worst thing you can do. The power move here is what we call radical transparency. It shows you're taking charge, that you're professional, and that you're serious. And you don't even have to sweat about what to write. We've got you covered. Just look at this no excuses email template. Let's break down why this is so good. It's short, it's professional, and this is the most important part, it shows you've already done your homework. You've read the syllabus. You're not asking them to catch you up on everything. You're just asking for those key foundational ideas you might have missed. All right, want to take this to the next level? Here's the pro tip. Don't just send the email. Actually go to their office hours to follow up. Showing up in person does 2 incredible things. 1, it proves you are absolutely serious about their class, and 2, you start building a real relationship. That's something 90% of the other students won't do. Okay, and the last piece of our playbook is maybe the most important. You are not in this alone. Your college, your university, it has all these built-in support systems that, by the way, you're already paying for with your tuition, so being smart means actually using them. So what does this support network look like? Well, first, hit up your school's tutoring services. Go in there and tell them exactly what you need. Next, in every single class, your mission is to find one friendly-looking person. Introduce yourself, get their number, and just ask if there are any unwritten rules or things you should know. And finally, if your school has one, a learning specialist is like a secret weapon. They can literally help you map out a personalized game plan for the whole semester. Okay, we've got the right mindset, we've got the three-part strategy. So what do, like, the second this is over? This last section is your urgent checklist, your immediate first moves. Let's break this down step by step. First thing, top priority, absolutely urgent. Log into Canvas, Blackboard, whatever your school uses. You've got to check for missed announcements or maybe even some hidden assignments you didn't know existed. Next, high priority. Send those emails to your professors. Use that template we talked about. This is you planting your flag, showing you're in control. And finally, medium priority, but you can't skip it. Get to the bookstore or the library. You got to get your materials. You just can't catch up if you don't have the tools to do the work. So let's wrap it all up with this final thought. Look, a rocky start does not define your semester. It just doesn't. That first week, it's just chapter 1. That's it. The real power, the real story is in all the chapters that come next. So the only question left to ask yourself is this. Your semester isn't defined by how it started. How are you going to define its finish?
Do you want to talk to a person about this or another topic? Just reach out to us. We can help you be more successful this semester.